Hello, friends. Empress Dannie here, back with another episode of the Daily Grind. You already know I'm pouring you up a nice hot cup of food just in your cup. Hot cup of joe, getting your day out to a bright and beautiful start. Shall we check in and get today's messages? Few things being channeled, okay? I just heard blockages. I just heard we know how to remove them, okay? I feel like doing a really good job of not allowing yourself to get blocked, not letting what could be nuances or ego in some way work against you, trusting in your grandeur to be able to get done the things that you need to accomplish or to get done. Forgive me because I'm like losing one of my thoughts that I just heard I wanted to keep, right? Be like that sometimes. Let's just keep going, right? Keep it going. Why don't you like the video for me? Why don't you subscribe to the channel for me, if you will? This is an oracle channel, so the messages here will vary from my other channel, Tarot Palace, where you're going to find a combination or largely tarot, but that one will vary a bit more. But this one, we want to keep it oracle. Sabila, faithfulness, okay? I love when I see this card. You could be doing something that you are very accustomed to doing. Usually, I love the dog. Dog represents loyalty, by your side, not alone, trusted. I feel like you're giving that energy of being trusted. I can trust you. You've been faithful. You've been with me, right? You were shooting with me in the gym, right? They always talk about all the people that wouldn't, but something makes me feel like you've been, oh no, for some of you, there's an energy coming up of like, I hear the verse, if you are faithful over few, he'll make you ruler over many or over much. Something feels as though you may have been a good steward or faithful over the few. This is kind of like the little bit I give you. This can be like information, the little bit that I've shared with you. You've been a good steward of that. You've done well with that. The little bit of time that I give you, you have handled that responsibly. The little bit of business perhaps that I send your way. I don't know, for some of you, this is power, right? It's like, God, it's like I gave you a little bit of power, right? And you've consistently demonstrated that you are committed to using it in the right ways. And I don't know why I'm kind of getting this energy as I see the wife card of like a very supportive, you've been consistently there for what could be like serving my needs, serving my interests, taking care of me. You have had my back. Like, I don't know why I'm kind of feeling like, I don't know. I hear Journey. I'm forever yours, faithfully. Something, in I encourage you guys, without even thinking about another person, look at the spiritual context and how, if that is the path that you've been committed to, right? Even if this is just, I want to be more consistent in my life, right? I want to be a better steward over all the things that I've been given. I want to maybe even see some consistent results in my life. So I have to do a better job of like making sure that I take care of myself, making sure that I'm taking care of the people in my life. This feels as though perhaps in some way today, if that's the case, there's a demonstration of God's faithfulness to you, where this could be a person that's coming in that is supporting, or I just heard pledging their loyalty. So for some of you that could resonate or make sense. Speaking of pledges, some of you may want to check out the Patreon down below. It's under Tarot Palace, and we would love to have you there. Putting a lot more content on there. Young thief, okay. How do you steal faithfulness, right? Sometimes the thief is like something that distracts you or keeps you from seeing faithfulness, right? In yourself or another, or keep someone else from seeing this, right? this stole the show, this took the attention. This could certainly be where I didn't realize da 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 da. Okay, you someone else. This is probably why. The pleasure seekers card. Okay. I don't know why that don't. I guess we're not zooming today. Oh no, maybe you're driving slow. I'm not sure, right? Pleasure seekers is here. This can certainly be where, sometimes in life, right? So many people are always out to get, their own interests served, right? They're so committed to themselves. They lack loyalty to others. And the pleasure seekers can put you in a position where, because everybody, I hear Jay-Z, she got her bus out, everybody ride her, just like a bus route. But the people who maybe always want a handout or always have their hand out can sometimes, it's giving, look at this, because we got on the thief card, look at that young shadow in the background. It's like sometimes they can overshadow like God's faithfulness and the way that God is showing you, I'm here. Everybody's not out to get you. Everybody's not out for blood. Everybody don't have their hand out. Some people really are serving of or supporting of, your pleasure, your interest. Some people really do have a desire to take care of you, right? This is funny because so I was riding with my friends Grace and Pierce, okay? And so y'all know I'm driving, okay? Because they're drinking. And when Pierce gets in the car, Pierce literally, I'm playing, Drake is playing on the radio. I can't remember what song it was. But Drake is on, and Pierce just like instantly goes into like singing like he knows all the lyrics. So, that was, for me, that was a moment. I was like, I just started laughing and I was like, oh, I'm glad that you're enjoying yourself. We had this very interesting moment that he pointed out as a parallel, right? And I'm like throw it, because I'm not expecting this to happen. But so we're driving down the street and I'm serious. Pierce is like going in and this Drake song. And it's one of Drake's, I want to say like, it wasn't Marvin's Room. It was like a slower song that it did have a lot of words. So I was very surprised when he literally knew like the line by line. But it was one of those like, where he goes into like being very expressive. It's just escaping me what song it is. So we pull up at a stoplight, right? And another car pulls up beside us. The car is full of chicks, okay? Car is full of black girls, to be specific. And they, at the stoplight, when they stop, they open the door. One of them gets out and just starts twerking, okay? I didn't turn down the music, but they were like blasting their music. They're playing Sexy Red, okay? And Pierce is like, oh my gosh, if we could just capture this moment, right? What a crazy like parallel there, that we're in here vibing to Drake and here they did pull up and they're playing like, WTF is this? And it was kind of like, wow. It was like, how did this happen? And so the girl's talking and then Pierce just like starts cheering her on. And he's like, get it, girl. Like, hey, we had a crazy time. But it was fun. But I say that because, in all of that, like, it's easy to like miss out on things, or this could be like, let something rob you of like your good time or steal the show. Sometimes this is in life, right? Things happen, it overshadows, right? I don't know, like, I'm not a fan of Red, okay? And ain't got nothing to do with her and Drake. I don't like that type of, that's not my MO. I don't like that type of persona. That's not my vibe, okay? But you can allow, maybe it is things, people, and there could be something about that today, right? Things, people that are not your vibe. That's not my style. That's not my thing. You can allow that to like steal your good time, or you can simply say, I'm not going to let this over. It kind of gives this energy of like, God has been way too faithful to me for me to let whatever this is overshadow or ruin my good time. Or again, it's almost like the pleasure seekers, the people with their hand out, getting tired. Why do you keep asking me? Or you keep, I'm not going to let, I'm not going to let that, like, this is like, kind of like, I don't really get an energy of being bothered. It makes me feel like there could be something in today that is the ego, perhaps. I don't know if it's attempting to rob you of your good time. It gives like incubus, succubus energy, which could be someone perhaps trying to take your life force energy. I just feel like whatever the situation, if that's the case, we over on our time, y'all. Y'all keep talking to me, distracting me. But if that's the case, if there's any type of ego that's maybe kind of like creeping in and attempting to in some way overshadow, something makes me feel like, yeah, I hear MC Hammer, too legit. I feel like you are too legit to quit. Virgo, the world needs you. Honor your deep desire to be of service to humanity. It's time to leave your mark. I just feel like you're not allowing anything to like hold you back. You're not letting anything take your pride. This could even be someone saying, oh, like you're out to get, you're just a pleasure seeker. You just want this. I don't know why it kind of gives like, oh, I don't know if there's some sort of like trash talking, but I just feel like you're in a position where like, the things that you're committed to. I also get like knowing like the people or the things that are committed to you, despite perhaps this could be like what others think or what anyone else has to say. Leo is here, express yourself. Magical creative energy is all around you. Lap up the praise and attention. You deserve it. That's interesting to have the dog here with faithfulness, and here we're talking about lapping it up, okay? So this could even be like, this kind of changes the context a little bit, because sometimes that's like, pleasure seekers is always like, it's like people who, like no shortage of people who maybe want your attention or vying for your attention, trying to get your attention. This could certainly be like, enjoy it, indulge in one way or another. Be true to yourself. Don't let the fact that they just want what they want maybe overshadow any aspect or like irritate you. Honor the commitment to yourself. Maybe see it as a sign of like God's faithfulness versus maybe like letting it like maybe bother you, okay? Success is here. Success is in your hands. Follow my plan. I've called you for this hour and placed in you my power. It's in your hands. Follow my plans. I've called you by my name, and you will never be the same. It's in your hands. Follow my plan. Some make me feel like you were meant to be successful. It's almost like as long as you're faithful, anybody who's maybe trying to get over on you or just trying to take from you or whatever, something makes me feel like, I don't know why I kind of get, for some of y'all, you need to expect that because your faithfulness guarantees you success on your path. So if that's the case, you're constantly, I don't know why I kind of feel like you constantly going to have people who just want like what you got. You're not going to have any shortage of people who I kind of feel like have a handout. And I don't think that that's like necessarily asking for money. Oh, I just heard they want your blood. Maybe that resonates in some way, but I definitely feel like that's the case. Like, it's almost like that energy, like a strong desire for like your essence, your life force. It is vampire. Can't lie. Some of you, that could be the case. You could attract like vampire energies, and this could indicate like energy vampires. You attract energy vampires, but something, I don't know why I'm getting like, I feel like they used to be able to rob you of your energy. I don't feel like they can do that anymore. Something make me feel like you've too consistently been maybe through this lesson or this aspect of the path. And so I feel like now you're very good at not giving your energy to these vampire energies, not letting them steal your energy. But this is kind of like, I'm going to give you what I want you to have. For those of you who kind of like, you know what that is like, it's just like, I kind of feel like you're picking up on when maybe you're dealing with someone who's operating from a shadow, because sometimes the approach is unique. Sometimes it comes in as love and light, and something makes me feel like, no, I can sense what you're trying, but I just feel like you're not letting it get to you. You are, I get what's coming across as like faithfulness is, this would be like if people would indulge you, they would find ways to be able to get it up out of you. And I feel like now you are really good at waiting for spirit, like the sensitivity that spirit gives, which is like alertness, aware. So you'll pull back your energy, what feels like in a heartbeat. But I also feel like when spirit prompts you or shows you, no, I can sense, or I'm aware that this is, I just heard the righteousness of God, but it's like, this is where I need to consistently, or this is what I need to do, or what I need to do, or where I need to give. The faithfulness is kind of given like, no, it's like knowing, getting to a point where you recognize maybe your role in a situation, what you're supposed to teach, or perhaps if you're in a position where you're supposed to learn, something makes me feel like you're being more observant. You're gaining whatever that awareness is. And once you have it, you trust it. And from that place you express, versus just from a place of like pleasure seekers, even if this is like gassing you up, right? Again, getting that up out of you. People who are, maybe this is like flattering you, but playing on what could be like some more innocent or naive spaces. I feel like something about the faithfulness of God is being demonstrated because there's some aspect of your success that's now connected to you operating from that space versus from a shadow space that, what I ain't gonna lie, literally just heard get you robbed. So some of y'all, I don't know if that's physically, emotionally, whatever, but it's like you get gypped, you get the short end of the deal. They get what they wanted or what they came for, but you don't end up, you don't get perhaps what it is that you need, or what could be like the faithfulness or the diligence, if you will, the loyalty return. Okay. And something makes me feel like spirit has you operating in a way. I just want to be successful. I feel like spirit has you in a way now that's actually getting you the success. Okay. Animal, and then we gonna get out of here and go to Patreon so we can get our tarot messages. Young Bear, okay? This is definitely a card of responsibility, taking care of business, right? The bear is protective, right? First and foremost, right? We got claws and teeth, right? Plus we got that weight. And I feel like for some of y'all, this is you, right? Your spiritual weight, right? Your spiritual teeth, your spiritual claws, them spiritual paws, right? Like, I don't know why I'm kind of getting this energy of like, it's like, I will fight you. I don't feel like you're fighting, but I feel like, people are not messing with bears. People are not poking bear. You feel me? This is like, people are somewhat afraid of bears, right? You don't hear a lot of people talking about eating bear meat, right? They eat the deer, right? The deer are innocent, right? Take advantage of the deer. They eat the deer and make all kinds of stuff. But the bear, like, no, you're not getting my meat. Energy that it gives, right? protective, right? And this can be like your money, your resources, right? Your business. I work hard, right? Whatever it is that you do, this I won't tell your secrets. But with the bear, I'm protective. I take care. And this can even be having to do with faithfulness. I take care of mine, right? My friends, my family, my loved ones, myself, right? I'm handling my business. And with the bear, I will fight you, right? Whatever, I will fight you, I will bite you, right? Whatever it is, right? What you're not gonna do is try to overshadow. What you're not gonna do is try to, to steal or what. I just kind of feel like it's something like that where I see the phoenix here. So let me just say, I don't know if you're using the bear paws, right? If you putting the paws on them, Scrappy, right? I'm not sure if you are just in some way, this is a good energy to have around because people know, oh, I know you loyal, right? I feel safe in your company. The way you take care, right, of yourself or of others, like that means a lot to me, right? You're going to protect me. You're going to care for me in the same way. You're going to honor my business. You're going to be loyal to me in the same way. With the Phoenix, it makes me feel like a situation or a circumstance, ether energy is literally elevating it, or perhaps even elevating you, elevating your faithfulness, having you rise above what could be like the appearance of pleasure seekers, having maybe it is even some aspect of like the shadow spaces of your life, or like your being maybe overshadowing and maybe giving the impression or the appearance that you're a pleasure seeker. But the bear could certainly be elevating the vibration between you and a circumstance that's showing you as someone maybe that's good to have around. I need to keep you. It could be like on standby. I need to keep you close. You could be seeing this in others. This just feels like better relationships. Even if this is like yourself, the way you relate to your situation, your circumstance. With the Phoenix, I really get an energy of like, I have risen, right? I have elevated, right? This is like, I'm worthy of commitment, right? I've been loyal. I've been faithful. You're not going, what could be like, hook me in, lure me in. You're not going to, this is like, you're not going to rob me in the shadows. It's kind of what it gives. You're not going to operate from a shadow space. Because I'm wise enough to know what could be like how to take care of myself. And so I'm just going to honor what could be like, I just heard who's been honoring me or what's been honoring me. So lap it up, okay? Something make me feel like God's faithfulness in one way or another is demonstrating itself to you today. This could also be with the bear that it is taken care of, or like what feels like, let the Lord fight my battles. It feel like God is fighting your battles in some way today, demonstrating his faithfulness to you, but perhaps even demonstrating your faithfulness in another situation that's getting it beyond. And you could certainly be in a position where now someone wants to serve your needs when maybe they tried to avoid having to do so. Maybe they tried to get away with like without having to be faithful. I kind of get an energy like that, and I ain't gonna lie, I kind of feel like today you might be getting something or somebody together, but with success is getting things on the right path and in the right direction. I definitely feel like if anything has seemed hopeless, something about today is coming in that's giving you a sense of hopefulness. Okay, I'm going to make it after all. Whatever this is going to work out after all, right? Things are getting better. This is getting refined, right? Things are improving. So enjoy. That's what I have for you. I love you. Like, share, subscribe, join the Patreon, and we'll talk soon. Bye for now.